Oh, now I'm live. Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? Happy Wednesday. I hope you're having a fantastic start to your March. So, gonna get right into today's topic. It is fresh, just won an amazing personal branding contract with a multi 8-figure entrepreneur that I am so excited about. If you want to know who it is, go check my profile. He tagged me. I'm so excited, like really beyond, because my passion for branding is to be able to accelerate people's growth both in business and also in their personal impact. So this is coming at a perfect time for this topic. Hashtag me live if you're here. Let me know what's up. Don't be those stocky people. Although I can say that, like, some people have asked me, some of my clients have asked me what's up with Facebook Live. They've not been able to read the comments as they're going live. So that's kind of weird. I don't know what's going on with that. But anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about. Just letting you know that that's normal. So I'm going to try to look at it on my phone too, in case you guys are dropping comments. So, okay, here we go. Let me know if you're here. I just want to check the comments. Okay. Hold on. Hi, Hyro. How are you? Anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about. Just letting you know that. Okay, I see somebody else. Okay, cool. Drop me a hashtag. Okay, let's get into it. Personal branding versus corporate branding. If you missed the beginning and an exciting announcement, I'm going to bring it up again because I'm just too excited. I've had a lot of people explain to me, hey, Ryan, thanks for letting me know that you're here. Appreciate it. Say what's up, what's up, what's up, guys. It's cool. It's cool if you're not in business. The personal branding piece, I've heard a lot of people say that they are their own brand and their brand is them. And so it's all aligned together and it's just one singular thing. So they are their brand, the embodiment of it. And I want to come on here to tell you that that's actually false. That's not true. Hey, Sierra, what's up? That's actually false. That's not what's happening here. Your personal, what's up, girl? How you doing? Living large. Sierra's been crushing it with her version 2 of her offer. I'm super excited for her. We helped brand her. She's a unique case because her branding, perfect junction of these two things meeting up together. And so a lot of people who come out and say, well, I'm my brand and my brand is me. Okay. Tell that to Oprah. Tell that to Tony Robbins. Tell that to Jay Abraham. Who else is like, tell that to Marie Forleo. So it's one of those kind of situations where you think it's just you because you're just starting out. And you know what? I would tend to agree with you. It's not a huge deal for a lot of different types of personal brands, people that impact their businesses, for them just to brand as yourself. You are, at the end of the day, the carrier of your values. You are the giver of influence. You are the energy that exudes from you. So you get to contribute all of those things. But what branding does is package you up, the essence of you, pull that out and then project it out to your potential audience. What that does when you do brand yourself is you're up leveling to that next stage and you're literally saying, hello world, I'm here to stay. I've invested in myself because I want to curate what the package of what is me, that, like, imagine like your husband, your wife, your best friend, your clients who absolutely love you and adore you, they do all of that because they already know what's in the package, right? They already know what's there. So they're excited about you. This is why I tell people all the time, if your whole business is built on warm referral streams, this is not for you. Don't worry about the branding. You're cool. But if you want to up level and come out of being stuck in just warm referrals, because a lot of people start to feel like they don't have control of their pipeline, or they feel like, how am I supposed to scale? So let me know if you guys are here. Tell me if you have a corporate brand or if you have a personal brand, or if you're like Sierra on here and you have a mix of both. Love to see that, where you're at, who's watching, all of that jazz. So back to the personal branding piece. So the cool thing is, When you want to ascend to next levels, you got to make next level moves. You have to see who is ahead of you and emulate that. So, the concept of branding is taking everything that is gorgeous about you, pulling it together, and literally showcasing the world. What is your message? Why are you positioned this way? Why are you different? How do your core values align with who your potential followers and audience are? So this is the beginning, this is the roots of how people get an enormous following. And I'm not just talking about if you want to talk about followers, I'm not talking about like having 100,000 Instagram followers. That's not the end all be all of a lot of people's decision to want to brand themselves. You've got to be clear on what is the outcome of what my personal brand is. And so that's where we start to become really goal oriented. So we have to actually start with what's the outcome that you want to be known for? What do you want to be hired for? What do you want to get, what do you want to get referred out as being? And then who do you want to be following you, watching you, getting inspired by you? And we connect all of this to that impact you want to create in the world. Did you already list the major differences between a corporate and personal brand? No, I did not, but thank you for prompting me. If you guys have any questions, drop them below. So the major differences between personal and corporate branding. So I call this the Identity Trifecta. First part of the identity is who you are as a business owner. The second part is who are you as a person. And then the third part is who is the business as themselves. So that's what happens in corporate branding. Imagine with a corporation, it means more than one. So you're not in solopreneur state. So you have an entire team of people who need to be able to get aligned to what your vision is, get excited about that, understand clearly what the values are, and then be able to follow through on what that mission is while they create their own pathway up your corporate ladder or whatever it is. So the corporation is almost an invisible three-dimensional person. You might be the head of that. You might be even the face of what that brand is, but that doesn't make the entire corporation just you. Versus personal brand is going to be exactly what it says. It is you as a human being. You know, we've got like 8 billion people on this earth, or 7, we're close to 8. What makes you different? What makes you unique? What should we know about your past? What should we know about your story? What are you trying to be a champion and a spokesperson for the future? What is that one unique dent that you want to make for the human race before you're done, before you croak? It's kind of the best way to put it. And so this is different. A lot of corporations can have big ideas, big values. They have a vision of how they want to impact the world, but it's always veiled, as it should be, through a screen of business, which always is going to help the business flow, which includes money, which includes profits, all that kind of stuff. Personal branding can be very much devoid of all of that. It can be your personal mission of, why do I want to change the world? What do I want to be known as? How can I attract sponsorships to me? How can I attract paid speaking gigs to me? How do I have a platform to come out and be able to sell what my books are so that I have an audience for that? And the audience continues to grow. They continue to thrive. And that all comes down to being able to curate and treat your personage similar to how you would your business. So I'll write out in a nutshell what that looks like, but personal branding has so much more of you in it. It has like 80% of you in it and 20% of what the business behind you is. And in corporate branding, it's actually the opposite. It's 80% business and then 20% who's the person, what was that specific founder's values. And so those are two different things, and it influences the culture. So within corporate branding, you're trying to create a framework for designing a culture in a team. Now that's super duper duper hard to do. That's why there's entire teams, there's psychologists, organizational psychologists who come in trying to mend these companies' cultures. When you're a small business, it's all cool. You're good. But when you hit 100 people, and I've seen this so many times when I was a corporate designer working for Fortune 500 companies, Once they hit over 100 and they get thousands and thousands of employees, you can imagine it's really hard to control the crowd. It's really hard to control the group think and what are people thinking when they go back to their seats to work. So that's where corporate branding starts to align and trying to attract talent and attract the attitudes of that talent. So let me know if this is making sense. If you guys have questions, holler. But what we're doing for this particular multi-8-figure entrepreneur is we're taking a look at his specific branding, and he happens to be in a partnership, a really successful partnership. And all of his previous companies, and he has multiple, right? Like how do you get to multi-8 figures? Yes, you got to have multiple companies, multiple verticals. So he has all this cool branding in place, but his brand is always tied together with his partner. So this is a really unique opportunity to pull him out of that without completely abandoning what he's built there. So that's a unique differentiation, is to say, how do we build this person up? What's unique about them, their unique point of view, how they want to create certain impact in the world. He wants to get his message out more. He wants to get his message of all of his different thoughts, his philosophies, how he views the world, his family, business, travel time, how you build a team. He wants people to know that side of him. So he has 4 children. He has a really successful marriage. He's made a ton of money and is not greedy and not like driven into that greed, but he's still ambitious, and they're going to be a $1 billion company. So I think it's really interesting to take somebody like this branding, and you can imagine, how's Warren Buffett branded? He's totally different. Like Warren Buffett wants to live like that broke lifestyle, like he's like in that same house he's been in. He drives his Ford. That's a different type of person. Whereas Bill Gates has this huge foundation. He's giving out to the world. Him and Melinda Gates are doing so many charitable organizations, but he is a top-notch, technology forward house that they've custom built together. And so even as you're ascending and you join the B Club, the Billionaires Club, there's so many different stratas of personalities, of value systems, of vision, of what is this kind of money going to do? Because when you raise to that level, when you're at an 8-figure level and you're on your way to 9, your entire personage also becomes a public figure. So people want to know, what are you doing? What charitable organizations are you part of? What's your message? Who you are? You truly do become a celebrity of sorts. And celebrities always say hey, I asked for this. I asked for the fame. So it's really true in the business world too. You get this level of fame that you may have wanted, or sometimes you didn't. Sometimes you're just awesome at business and you had really ambitious goals, and boom, now the public wants to know, what are you doing? What are you doing with all this money that you're making? What's your angle? And you have a chance. You have this chance in your lifetime to get to impact all these people's lives through the inspiration of your story, to how you talk to them, to what you share out with them, the content you put out, the blogs that you write. It may sound like it's just content marketing, but it's not. When you get that kind of followership, those people start reading your books. They start to enroll in your programs. They start to tag friends who are struggling, who they think would align with your message. That's really what a followership is about. It's not to gloat and be like, I have 100K followers. That doesn't do it for people who are at that level. Once you hit that level, you don't care. You don't care about those kind of numbers. So anyways, I think it's super interesting. I think it's awesome to be able to look at this individual as an individual, pull out those unique characteristics about him that make him him, that other people are going to want to aspire to. They're going to want to follow in his footsteps. And the guy is just an amazing person. And so to brand somebody that's an amazing person is just, honestly, it's an honor. It's exciting. It's an honor. And those are the kind of clients that we end up attracting. So authenticity, we don't have to advertise for that. That's the people who come to us. So to be able to take out what's authentically his message dress it up and get it out in the right format so he's proud of it, so he's excited about it, so he wants to get out there and show people his new Instagram and what we did on his website, that makes impact too. So one of the things that I was telling him, the intangibles of personal branding that is hard to advertise for and even harder to sell, is the fact that you will change as a person. Your identity will change. Your excitement for what your business. Ask Sierra. Sierra is like one of our most avid fans. And at first I was just always blushing with her. I'm like, really? You're that excited? And I didn't realize the impact I was making through this branding effort. But yes, she took her brand and took it by force. And she's got cups and mugs and all kinds of things and really created an entire brand around this identity, a visual identity. The piece that was really there, though, was the fact that she changed on the inside. Her inner identity then matched up with what this exterior brand was, which she was already on the pathway to do. 1,000%. 1,000% would have gotten there anyway without the branding. It just would have been a little bit slower. And so it fast-paced you. It future-paced you. It raises your level. So what I have a ton of people end up telling me once we rebrand is that they're like, wow, I didn't really know if I don't know if I'm good enough. Or they may not use those exact words. I don't know if I feel like I'm good enough for what you've designed here. So it takes a little bit of adjustment and calibration, but it future paces you. It also gets you so excited. It gets you reinvigorated, passionate again about what your mission is and what your vision is, because you know what you're putting out in the world is amazing. It's really similar to when you get your hair all done at the salon and you come out and you've got your balayage done and you know that you look ridiculously good. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? When you come out the salon, you're just like, you are unstoppable. I think that's actually the perfect time to hop on a sales call or start prospecting people in Messenger. I think you should totally do that because people's confidence level after a salon visit is 15 out of 10. So anyways, I want to keep this brief. I want to keep it to the point of you can be your personal brand at the very beginning of your career as you're doing this. If you're just starting up, don't spend a ton of money on this. But when you do have a followership, know it's important to next level you. And I don't have to actually convince you on that. Look at every person ahead of you that you idolize, that is a role model, somebody you want to follow, and tell me, have they made themselves a brand? All right. Okay, cool. Awesome. I will talk to you guys soon. If you watch this later, hashtag me with the replay. Take care.